Now viewers, from there let's shift our focus to more developments. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh held a bilateral meeting with the Russian Defense Minister Mr. Andrey Belousov on the margins of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Defense Ministers meeting in Qingdao in China. The Ministry of Defense have now revealed that the two ministers held an in-depth discussions on a range of subjects covering current geopolitical situation, cross-border terrorism and Indo-Russian defense cooperation. The Russian Defense Minister highlighted the long-standing Indo-Russian relations which have stood to the test of time and expressed solidarity with India on the horrendous and cowardly terrorist act of the 22nd April in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. According to the official readout, it was one of the most important recent meetings the leaders of the two nations being held in the backdrop of the Operation Sindoor and the consequent necessity of augmenting defense production, especially in critical items. The ministers discussed the supply of S-400 systems, Su-30 MKI upgrades and procurement of the critical military hardwares in expeditious time frame. Priya Man, my colleague, is joining me with more updates. In fact, Priya, as the development takes place, Rajnath Singh has met with the Russian counterpart, and definitely wherever a meeting is taking place with the Indian outreach, the attack that happened on Jammu and Kashmir in India's resolve to counter the terrorism is often on the agenda. What more are you picking up?
Indeed, Simran, as you've aptly put it, Russia once again, in fact, emphasizing the fact that they've been an all-weather ally of India. They stood steadfastly behind us even when Operation Sindoor was underway. Remember, the S-400 is battle-proven. Of course, there were no missiles. A ballistic missile threat also, remember, was taken down over Sirsa in Haryana. Of course, proving once again that the Indo-Russian defense cooperation and bilateral partnership stands very strong. What was largely discussed is the supply of the S-400 systems. A total of 5 batteries was the deal that was inked a couple of years back. Remember, this deal was pushed forth through when Manohar Parrikar was the former Defense Minister of India. Of these 5 batteries, 3 have already been delivered. One delivery is slated to take place next year, and the second delivery that is left is slated to take place in 2027. So, of course, fast-tracking these deliveries is in focus. But apart from that, the Su-30 MKI upgrades are also left, as well as procurement of other critical military hardware. Remember, this particular operation that had taken place, it had also proven in India's indigenous defense capabilities might. We managed to, in fact, take down a lot of Chinese systems in Pakistan, but that is not all. Our BrahMos missile, which was also jointly developed between India and Russia, this managed to severely, in fact, damage air bases in Pakistan. So this meeting has taken place on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's defense ministers meeting. What's also interesting is, Simran, remember, Rajnath Singh had refused to, in fact, sign the joint communique, which, in fact, omitted the mention of the Pahalgam terror attack. Of course, a clear hand of Pakistan and China behind this language that was used to frame the joint document. But what's interesting is, once again, the closeness, the bonhomie that is enjoyed between Russia and India has been covered as far as this particular meeting is concerned. There's a readout that was published by the Ministry of Defense that has clearly highlighted that defense ties have been the thrust of this particular meeting. But apart from this, we enjoy a lot of economic cooperation that's been burgeoning as well. The 1 billion line of credit to Eastern Russia, that of course remains a key priority as far as bilateral ties are concerned.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.